Welcome back to the Crookedrivercast year-end show extravaganza buffet, all-you-can-eat special. Part 2, which would be episode 42, recorded, some other day. We got more stuff to discuss, more what's coming up this year, and let's do it. All right, we're back. Yeah, I know nobody noticed we were gone, but I had to get some more ice because I like my bourbon on rocks. I think you're a neat person, aren't you?
No, I started with rocks, and I've been drinking enough that it turned into neat, and now it's back to rocks.
Back to rocks. For the first time since the show started, we actually resemble the pictures on our website because we got a glass of bourbon. I was always funny. We had a glass of bourbon. We always do the podcast in the morning. We're definitely not in bourbon mode in the morning. It's coffee all the way.
You know what? What's funny is basically this show is me and Rob going to the local pub.
Yes.
And having a bourbon and talking about what's going on. We just try to organize it in a way we can present it. That's all. We're just doing what we do. But, we're doing it every week. We didn't do it every week, but we would get together, quarterly, something like that.
Well, definitely on holidays, family, because I don't think we mentioned in the opening, but we're related.
Right.
So we see each other every holiday.
Well, not only those, but
so I'm your brother-in-law. We're brother-in-laws. So we did that a lot too. But yeah,
we did it that way naturally, and then we also catch a drink after work a couple times a year.
Have a bitch session, basically what it was.
So now we're not going to. My resolution is I'm not talking to you outside of this ever again. I think it'll make for a better show.
Well, it's funny because I definitely hold things back. Funny things that I would text or links or something like that, or just
for the show, right?
Yeah, even like my daughter wanted a CD player.
Are we recording? Are we just talking? Oh,
no,
okay.
We're recording. Even like my daughter, it's CD player. I think I held on to that for over almost a week. Didn't tell you anything because I wanted your reaction on the show.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's because I want the actual reaction. I don't want you to try to fake it. It's hard sometimes because I'm a person I'm very much like I like to, as you may have noticed from the show, but I like to get I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and I like to.
I was going to say we both wear our heart on our sleeve.
I like to vocalize it more than you.
Yeah, no, I shut my mouth a little bit
like I just did and cut you off.
Yeah, well, that's okay. But
so next year.
Oh, next year?
Next year's the year is up. Wow, it's fast. It just keeps getting faster and faster. Older I get.
It's a less percentage of our lifetime. That's why nobody realizes that.
You want to hear something sad? Think about how many more Christmases you have.
Stop it.
Have some more bourbon and think about how many Christmas. Maybe it's 25, but next year is 24. It doesn't, you're like, well, that's not that many.
No, I think to my, I started thinking that way a little while ago, not about myself, but okay, so how many times am I going to see my parents?
Yeah.
For Christmas? How many more times?
I'm going to see my dad in Arizona, and
exactly.
I don't see him very often. It could, every time I go down there and come back, I'm like, it could be.
It could be the last time.
You don't see him every day. Yeah, because I don't see him on the regular. I don't see him once a week, once a day, or anything like that.
I still think about family events that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you only got so many.
Yeah. Yeah. So, way to bring the show down, Rob.
Oh, here's nice my job. Bourbon. I'm going to have a drink.
Nice job. Bring the show down. Come on.
But, there are other people that are sitting there going, oh, I only got 2 more. Cool.
Thanks. Click. Delete.
No, I mean, there are families that don't look at it the way I do or we do.
Yes.
They're relieved that they're not going to see their families again.
There were many.
Or, and I don't know about relieved, but like, I don't want to make it dark, but
We're already there, Tom.
Oh, okay.
The
All right.
bourbon's kicking in. We're dark.
I do think there are people that don't appreciate their time with their family. So the fewer times you have left there, it's okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know a couple of people that way for sure. But before I forget, because it's not in the notes, so of course I didn't mention it in the last hour and a half. Crookedrivercast.com.
Oh.
crookedrivercast@gmail.com. Send us a link. Send us your help us with the show. Help us with stories in your area that we're not covering. We can't cover everything. There's only two of us, and from week to week, it's hard. It's really hard. That's one of the hardest things that I've had to learn how to do is filter this news story. I want to cover everything.
Listen, it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
That work full-time jobs.
There's three of us.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but we all work.
Yeah.
So help us out.
Yeah. Send us your stories. If we're missing something, we've had a couple listeners send us stuff about data centers and this and that, and it's really helped out a lot. It's really helped out a lot.
That's great.
So crookedrivercast.com and check us out on the web, on the World Wide Web,
on the interwebs,
the information superhighway or X.
Oh, I forgot that term. Information
superhighway.
Nice.
If you're wondering how to find me on X,
me love cookie.
There you go. One of these days, I'll get an email saying, "I found you."
You can find us and then find him really easy.
It's not hard. So, in the coming year, it's a big year. It's a midterm year.
All right.
We've got a show. We've got a show going on now. We're going to have a major election.
Stop this. Let's get away from this.
Oh boy.
What's your resolution?
Oh, that's funny that you asked because I actually have one.
A damn
serious one.
I haven't had one in years.
That's serious. I've always had one. It's always been stop eating less sugar,
Okay.
Which never happens.
Let's hear it.
Oh, I need to take my retirement seriously.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I don't, and that, all that kind of stuff, financially, just that kind of more serious than I ever have because I need to, and I think I'm going to. We'll find out.
Very good. Is there like a plan?
Yeah. I mean, there's a plan. I mean, yes, not really.
So maybe this year is your year to put together a plan.
I have things I need to do to improve my retirement and move I've moved jobs and this and that. I just keep putting it off. It's just one of those things I'm like, I don't want to do that. But it's important and I'm missing opportunities. So there's a plan. It's a very loose plan. Very loose.
Okay.
What about you? You said you had one.
Yeah, no, I have I do have resolutions. I haven't had any in years because I haven't really needed them. I think this year I need them.
Okay.
And it's more of a motivation thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all got, things with your health. You want to become more healthy. And this year, I feel like I've been pretty good, but I really want to take putting together a workout plan, which is everybody has that, right?
Very cliche, Tom.
Very cliche, but this year
not for you, actually. It's not for you though.
No, I've never really said that.
I've never heard you say the words "workout" before.
Yeah, no, I used to.
You probably have. But.
I used to. Probably, 20 years before you married my sister.
That's probably a long time since I've said those words. Workout.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to put together something that has a roadmap of getting a little bit more healthy. I'm not awful. What the hell was that?
Whoops! I just knocked over a music stand. Oops!
I got that, and I want to besides this, I'm not even going to get into what I want to do with this podcast, but
I mean,
I do want to record or write enough songs this year to record an album.
Whoa. Wow, that's big.
which I've never written. I have so many I don't know how to I'm stalling because licks or riffs.
Yep.
I just don't know how to say this in like normal terms to people that don't
That's normal.
know music. Okay. So I have so many like ideas for songs. Parts of songs. I just want to record and develop songs. That's my goal this year is to develop songs and to write songs.
That's awesome.
Which is what I should have been doing.
That's much cooler than my dumbass resolution.
But yeah, okay. So this is dumb too because I should have been doing this 20 years ago.
Yeah.
30 years ago. 20 years ago. Yeah,
if
30 years
those who
ago.
don't know, Tom plays guitar. He's a trained guitarist, right? Would that be
yes?
Like they say, a trained pianist.
I'm an educated musician.
You actually went to school for music.
Yeah, I don't ever really tell people that. I have a pretty good career for a so-called part-time musician.
Yeah.
I've had a pretty good one, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys used to jam.
I played
many times.
I guess the only way I could put it is that I've played way more gigs than most people know, and I've traveled far more than most people would know. And for the band, I should say.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of, I don't know for sure because I feel like a lot of bands talk crap about you behind your back. But I've done a lot of things that people wish they could have done as far as being a musician.
Yeah, you played on stage with Rick Derringer.
Well, there's that. I've opened up for Motley Crue. I've opened up.
You opened up. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Well, I don't sit there and put that kind of stuff out. You know.
That's cool. It's better than name dropping every other minute. But yeah, Tom, actually, you wrote and played the intro that we normally play on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you don't want me to say that because you're not that
no,
proud of
I mean,
it, but I think it's pretty freaking cool.
I was hoping people would just assume that I did that.
Oh, yeah, well.
And it's always going to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I think, for me, that I just want to do better shows. And that's really what I want to. There's so many things that we can add to the show, and we will add. But I think with just having better shows, more for the listener, more content, more meat to the shows, more. I don't know.
All right, Rob. Let's get the people involved that listen to us, text us, email us, X us. Send us messages on X, and tell us what would you like to see?
Yeah,
because oh man, this is hard, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to know what to do. I want to grow the show. I'm happy where we're at, but we're not going to keep doing this if this is where we're at.
We got to keep growing and getting better. I think having more information or just better shows. Like we work on every show. We try to make every show better, and I think a large part of that also is the media, and I think we need to do a little bit more, pay more attention to the media and how they're covering things and that kind of stuff, because
it's going to get interesting this year because of the midterms, right?
Yes,
it is an election year, I guess you could call it.
It's a midterm year. Yeah, it's an election.
Yeah.
It's could be a lot of seats up in both state and the nation or in Washington as well. I think But for me, I think that how to, what can we bring to the show is just better shows. I think I just want to concentrate on that. And I think, bringing some more comedy in, I think would be good. Bring some more comedy in, because if you don't laugh, you're really just going to cry. So,
well, we want to keep people there,
laugh.
Right?
Yeah, right.
We want to keep people in the game
of growing it. Yeah, that's what we want to do. What do you see? What's this year? What's the big things for you to look out for this year?
For
just Ohio wise, just for Ohio.
Oh, well, we got the governor race. We have, I think we have to really, you know what? It's the governor race. There's nothing else.
Governor's race is big.
That's the big one.
That's going to be the big one. Midterms, obviously, but governor's race for Ohio. Did a lot of talk about on the previous show or 2 shows ago. I get this at this point, maybe on some of the candidates and what's going on with the governor's race and Vivek and Acton and whoever else is coming up. If anyone is actually going to be a serious, viable candidate other than those 2, doesn't seem like it. I mean, that's a big one. Governor's race for sure.
What do you think? What's the big thing?
Well, I got a couple things here.
I think there's a couple things nationally.
Well, nationally, even as it touches Ohio too, are we going to see political violence increase or decrease in 26?
I don't know how it can increase.
You don't know how it can increase?
Well, yeah. I mean, how can it? Okay. I can tell you how it can increase.
It could definitely increase, yes.
But I mean, okay,
it's already pretty high.
Okay, you took Charlie Kirk out.
Yeah.
What's bigger than that?
Oh, well, the president getting shot.
Exactly. So I don't really see that. I think there's a little bit too much security around him to let that happen. Sure.
I mean, but more of, do you see it escalate? Is it going to get worse or better as far just?
I don't think it's going to get worse.
Obviously, you're not going to see what you could see more, maybe not as high profile people.
I don't think so.
But you think it's going to get, you think the political violence is going to go down in a midterm year?
I think it's going to go down you're not going to get a higher level of exposure than Charlie Kirk, I
hope so.
Unless you go for the president, unless you go for like a sitting congressman, maybe. Or like Tim Pool is talking about, he's getting threats. If something as awful as somebody like that getting taken out, that's not as big as Charlie Kirk.
No, that's a good point. I mean, it could still increase without that kind of stuff happening. You could have more events.
You know
what I mean? That kind of stuff. I don't know.
Agree.
Yeah. Is there going to be, you're going to have fights at the polling booth? I mean, you could have that kind of,
I don't think so.
That kind of stuff.
As far as things like that,
yeah,
as far as violence against commentators or, public, I think the public officials, you're not going to see anything. I think with commentators or creators, content creators like Charlie Kirk, that might, as far as like what happens, I don't think anything else happens. The threat maybe is what is there, escalated occurrences of threat.
So what about things like what just happened at Brown University?
Yeah.
Is that political violence?
We don't know. We don't know anything, right?
Because terrorism is violence with a religious or political agenda.
Well, okay, so that's Bondi Beach in Australia, right? That happened the same day or the day after?
Yeah, similar. Was it? I mean, was it the same day? It might have been.
It could have been the same day. I don't know for sure. But something right like that is terrorism, right? We don't know anything about Brown. We really don't. There's speculations.
Very true.
But we don't know anything.
That's true. I don't know. I just don't know how it happened in California. You're not allowed to have guns in California. So how did he have a gun? I don't get it. It was California, right? Yeah, Brown University is California.
I'm not sure even.
It's just impossible.
It's impossible. They're banned.
What's your take on the midterms? What do you think is going to happen as far as nationally?
What do you think is going to happen?
I asked you first, Tom.
Oh, crap. All right. Because you're going through a list here, and
I am going through a list.
Reacting,
I have my list.
I'm just a drunk guy talking.
I have a couple lists. Oh, okay. Hey, okay. In that case,
let's have some fun.
I mean, I can help out and start if you like.
Yeah, go ahead. Because I have an idea.
What happens in every midterm election?
Well, I think it's 100%. It always flips, right?
Yeah, something flips.
It's been 100%. So whoever won the general election and president election, it always flips. It always has. I don't think it ever hasn't.
I don't think so either.
I think this is the only chance we have to maybe change that.
I hope so. I don't think so. I think they're going to get Republicans are going to get their butts handed to them. I
don't think so.
No.
I don't think
you don't think anybody's the House. They're not going to lose the Senate. I don't think that's really in the cards. But
the Senate for sure. I would give the Senate going to the Democrats about 0.5% chance.
Yeah,
it's not going to. They're not going to get it. Very slight chance.
No, it's not good. But they will get. They may get the House. They probably get the House. And in that case, what can Trump really do?
I don't think. Well. That goes back to what I was saying before. It's like what Trump has done has been good. Yeah, keep drinking that bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
But what Trump has done has been great. Now that I was giving him a C plus B, I think at first, and now I'm kind of like sitting going, no, he gets an A minus.
Yeah,
and I would say the midterms, the Republican, if I should say this, if the Republicans campaign well and the economy takes a good turn, I think they have a chance. But you laughed at my Republicans campaigning well.
Yes, that generally doesn't happen.
No, but they have a chance if they keep going. If they keep going with the populist rhetoric, and they got to go. They have to move away from the gender ideology.
Yeah, DEI stuff.
Yeah, they have to move away from that. And move into affordability, which is what the Democrats are doing.
Yeah.
And they have to move towards that. And as long as the economy is moving in the right directions, they just have to let the general population know how it's going. Oh, I'm losing my voice.
You just spelled out an ass kicking by the Democrats.
I don't think it's going to. I think they. Right now, I think the Republicans will lose the House. I just don't think it'll be by much.
It'll be by much?
Yeah, I don't think so.
That could be promising at least, but I think it'll still get them to impeachment.
Yeah, I don't care if it's by one. Yeah. It's going to happen. Impeachment's going to happen. Who cares?
I really think it'll backfire on them. I really think it'll backfire.
It did before.
Yeah, it pretty much did before, and if they're going to do it again...
Yeah.
But what are they going to impeach him on?
I mean, you know what they're going to impeach him on? They're going to impeach him on Venezuelan boats bringing drugs
Speaking of that,
Yeah, well, we never even talked about that.
I meant to ask you about that in the beginning, actually, when we're talking about what Trump has done this year. What is your take on that since you've had a few bourbons?
I feel it's shady.
I
feel it's a hard. I am. Pardon me.
It's a hard sell for me. Hard sell.
I am okay with it, but it is not something I'm going to sit there and brag about that he's doing.
I am not okay with it.
I don't know.
But
those aren't fishing boats.
No,
those
I
aren't
get it.
People,
I get it.
And I don't know.
I'm okay. I'm not necessarily okay with it, but I don't think the reaction is genuine because just because it's a couple hundred or 1,000 miles off our shore or a couple hundred miles off our shore, does it really make a difference than Afghanistan or Iraq or Syria or just pick a country? And I'm sure we've done it. We've droned people from the air. We've droned them at weddings. And they're talking about
Obama.
Well, Obama, Bush, Clinton, I'm sure. Probably one of the ones who started it.
There's no drones back then.
Was there? I don't know. Maybe it was.
I don't think there was.
It wasn't. No, but there was guided weapons and stuff like that. Hey, I could blame Clinton if I want to, damn it.
I blame Clinton for a lot of things, yeah.
Yeah, no, just really. But I don't know. Maybe it wasn't, but I'll just say, I mean, like, it's not like he didn't send assassins in or SEAL team this or that to go kill somebody. So it's not like he didn't do it in other ways. But it's similar to that. It's similar to that kind of BS, except it's even worse because there's almost no skin in the game for us. And we are the judge, jury, and executioner. But
yeah,
I'm not going to, it's like, I'm not going to sit here and go, well, yeah, I agree with that guy, even though he didn't complain about Obama or Bush doing it at a wedding or at a wedding in Afghanistan. Citizen. Or Obama doing, or Obama's nickname on the left was Obama. Okay. So I don't like any of it. But it's not going to be something I'm going to go, oh, well, in that case, I'm throwing my hands up in the air. I'm no longer going to support anything. No, it's one of the things I disagree with him on. It's like I said with spending. It's one of those things that if somebody who doesn't like Trump could speak to me on, and I could agree with him on, he spends like a drunken sailor in a whorehouse. This is another one of those things. But I would have to say, look, you can't come at me with this. If you didn't say anything about Obama, you didn't say anything about Bush doing it. And I could say myself, I probably didn't say enough about Bush doing it. But so I'd kind of go, well, it's actually, it might be better than them doing it, way better than them doing it when they did it in Afghanistan. So I don't know. It's definitely easier than, trying to board them and stuff. It's way easier just to blow them up from the sky.
It's shady.
It's shady.
Yeah. I'm not totally opposed. I mean, if the intelligence is correct, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, they're definitely drug boats. I'm not worried that they're not.
Yeah,
I'm not worried that they're just bombing innocent people at all.
No,
I'm just saying it's just not the way we should be doing it.
I don't know.
That's not us. That's something Russia does.
Sometimes you just got to get tough.
Yeah. I understand that. I just don't think it's necessary in this particular case.
More people have died from fentanyl than anything else.
Sure. I don't think that justifies it. I think
it's a weapon
we could be
of
better
mass
than
destruction.
That. It is a WMD now, apparently.
Well, I'm
not. None of that is.
I'm just debatable. I'm just arguing from another side. I'm not arguing even. I'm drunk and I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Good points. I'm just saying we could do better, and we should, even if that means some will slip through, and it'll cost us more money.
Do you want to pull over the boats and take them to court?
That's what we did before. That's what we currently still do to some extent.
I don't know.
Now we're just blowing them up from the sky, which is cheaper, actually.
Something glorious about that.
It's way more efficient, for sure. And it does send a better message And I think if you do enough of them, they'll just stop coming altogether because they're not going to take the chance of getting blown up.
I guess the thing I don't like is it could just be some schlubs on a boat that need to make some money for their families.
Yep.
And that's probably what it is.
That's a good point. I didn't even bring that up. But yes, that's probably a lot of what it is. Not all of it, but there's got to be some of that.
Well, you know none of the people in charge are on the boats.
Well, no. They're definitely low-level lackeys, but not too low because you do have like probably tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars of drugs on that boat. So
yeah, but okay, so there's four. Let's say there's four people on the boat. You know, there's two guys there that are just nothing.
Nothing. They're just labor.
Yeah,
they're just labor. They're like,
and they're doing it to.
They called area temps and said, "Hey, can you send me two guys?"
Okay, you do that a few times, and you're not gonna find any more people.
I mean,
unless you're pointing a gun at innocent people and telling them this is what you have to do. Which
there's some of that.
Yeah,
that's
of course.
Those two guys. That's the area temp guys.
Yeah,
the area temp guys show up and they're like, "We know they're gonna do this," and they're like, "Yes, you are." Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a suicide mission.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of moral. I don't even know how to put it.
You could argue it's more moral than doing it for Afghanistan or Iraq or Syria or one of those things, because it is literally protecting our borders. So it actually is a better argument because it directly affects the United States as opposed to bombing a wedding in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't like it.
Yeah.
I still think
I wasn't trying to convince you to like it.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it either.
Each other.
It's shady. I don't like it, but I'm not going to argue against it too hard, I guess.
No. In a perfect world, I would say, gosh, you can't do that. But you know what?
Yeah.
And with the thing, unlike we talked about Casey, a guy running for governor, Casey Pooch. I'm not just going to drop everything and because of one little thing, or it's not even that little, but you know,
it's not a little thing, but
in the grand scheme of things,
right?
It's one of those things. I mean, he just bombed Syria or something, didn't they? Because of retaliation for killing a couple of our guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like at a certain point, you can't just lay back and let people walk all over you. So that's where I leave it. That's enough of that, I guess. So midterms, governor race, yes, those are the big things we're going to watch out for. We'll be talking a lot about that. We're going to have way too many clips of Amy Acton. Way too many clips.
What do you think is going to happen in the
governor's race?
Yeah,
I think Vivek's going to take it.
Yeah, same here.
He's the front runner. I know the polls are tight.
They're not so tight.
Polls they could be not so tight, but polls are polls.
Polls are not tight for this time. They're really spread out. I think
isn't it 3 or 4% or something?
Yeah, but again, I think we talked about this in the last show. Nobody knows what Amy Acton is. Vivek's got that advantage also, kind of. Actually, you know what?
I don't know.
Crap, I just got myself in a conundrum.
Did you? Oh, no.
Yes.
That's what happens when we put a microphone and record things.
Yeah, we're just talking, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking and thinking.
Yeah, there is some people don't know much about him, but they do know he ran for president for most people.
Yeah, that's not much though.
I think Vivek's weak spot is he sounds like an Indian Obama.
Obama dot.
I like what he says.
Yeah.
But he sounds
not all the time.
He's not all the time, but I like a lot of what he says. But he just sounds way too polished. Maybe it's Trump and Biden. Maybe it's the combination of those two. Trump just saying what he says, and then Biden just not knowing what he says.
He doesn't have any Trump in him. He's way more towards Biden. I think he's a very polished.
I meant, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I guess I know what you're saying.
Maybe he sounds more polished because of the past 2 presidents we've had. But he does sound very slick.
Well, you know what? I don't know. Like,
I'm not sure what you're going to say after that. You know what?
You know what? No. Here's the thing. I used to golf a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife golfed, and she was an excellent golfer. We were good. We were very, we were excellent at golf etiquette and all this stuff. And we golfed with a few people that were more than a few people that were very educated and very like in they had a lot, CEOs. I mean, they had a lot of, I don't know how to put it.
Corporate world things.
Yeah. We golfed with a lot of people that were in the corporate world, that were highly educated, that definitely went to college. And when you're golfing with somebody that, has nothing to do with intelligence. When you're golfing and when you're sitting there and chatting with people and they've gone to a higher education, I'm not talking about your community college. I'm talking about like really going to a higher
Harvard,
yes,
MIT,
even Ohio State, but you're getting a better diploma than the average person. When you talk to them, you definitely can tell they're from higher education.
Yeah, that's Vivek.
Yes, he has that, which I don't like. He has that. He has the exactly what I'm lacking right now. The
vocabulary
that you need. Exactly. I'm charging that up to too many bourbons at this point. But he has that vocabulary that he's highly educated.
Yeah.
He's a very smooth talking person, which I don't think people really care about that at this point.
I mean, it does sell. It is in quite contrast to Amy Acton,
it sells among Democrats. I don't think it sells among conservatives.
You're right. You might be right. It might in a lot of aspects. I think what we had talked about last show or the show before then was what some of my concerns about Vivek was. From what I've heard, he's got a lot of Kasich people on his staff, which kind of concerns me if they're steering him. But when he's in contrast with Amy Acton, I mean, he sounds super educated and slick to where I'm like, I kind of like what you're saying, but you almost make me feel stupid too. Are you really that stupid? to Amy.
Well,
you sound like you're drunk. You sound like you're lying to me. You sound kind of like you're hammered. Well, you kind of sound like Tom.
You're bringing up a very good point right now.
So,
like as far as independents go, oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to cough. I'm going to hit the cough. Check this out. I'm going to hit the cough button, and I'm going to clear my throat.
Thanks for the play-by-play. Thanks for the play-by-play. Appreciate it. All right.
But anyways, what the hell was I just saying? As far as independents go, nobody's winning. Neither side is winning the independents over.
Oh, the independent vote. Yeah. The undecideds.
That's what I'm seeing right now.
I have a feeling that white liberal women have already decided.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Oh, no. Oh, if you're going to say, I was just thinking white women.
Oh, white women. No.
White suburban, women. Like
white suburban women,
which is mostly white liberal women.
Yes,
but I don't think they'll go for Acton. I think the ones that put a little shade of blue in their hair and maybe have a nose ring will definitely go for Acton. I don't think the average suburban white woman will go for Acton, and it's mainly because she has the most annoying voice I've ever heard, next to some of the National Congress ladies.
Okay, I was going to say, because there's Hillary, which is like,
well, yes, exactly. Those are
tall. It's a tall order right there.
Yes, I think she sounds like a dope. Even when she's sounding more confident, she still sounds dopey. And I don't think she can win over the average white suburban female.
Okay, I hope you're right. But I don't know. I don't know. I
don't think she'll encourage them. Like, I think the biggest challenge is getting people to the voting polls. That's midterms is kind of always that, right?
And there gives me into the next topic, which is the LGBTQ ABCDEFG amendment.
Plus
EIA
cubed squared
to the
fifth power.
Oh, it's fifth power now? Is it fifth? I think it's fifth power. I think you're right. It's fifth power.
Whatever power.
That like it's funny because one of the amendments that they want to put in on the ballot to reverse the marriage amendment, which states man and a woman, marriage between a man and a woman, was put in there to get Bush elected. I feel that was a amendment to be put in to get people to show up to help keep that was Bush's second term in 2004. Yeah, 2004. So I think it's funny because now I think they're doing a similar thing on the other side.
Explain.
You put this on the ballot, it drums up the base and gets people out to vote more than just Amy. They need to go vote for this amendment to get this amendment on for gay marriage. They did the same thing with gay marriage on the conservative side.
I agree. But the fact is, there's always wedge issues.
Oh yeah, I just think it's funny that they're just reversing though.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, you're right.
They're trying to reverse the thing that they did. The thing that they're trying,
I think as far as like the outcome goes, I don't think Acton really stands a chance. You know what? Vivek's gonna win by 6 points if he's the guy, and Acton's gonna get a good turnout, but it really will depend on what was that?
That was my bottle.
Nice. It's really going to depend on if they can get people to the voting.
Yeah, and both sides really. Yes. It's kind of always is kind of that way.
Democrats are better at it.
Oh, they are better at it. That's
Here's the thing. They're
also better at ballot harvesting too.
Well, there's that, but the whole thing about conservatives, and I'm not even going to say Republicans, it's more like, I don't, just stay out of my business. I don't want to get involved. In midterms, it seems like Republicans really turn out for the main event, yes, but they never really partake in the smaller elections.
Yeah, it's funny because in 2020, Democrats showed up and only voted for Biden, which is weird because it's never happened before. And let's see, what else? Things to look out for in 2026 as far as the show and news and politics and culture. And I put a couple on the list. One, it keeps popping up because I just saw another story. Drones. So here's a story that was basically I was going to pull for a next show. And it's Ohio Attorney General aims to help local police expand their drone fleets. I think drones are going to be a big thing and probably a big point to deal with because there's going to be more and more of them for police and traffic. Are they going to start using it for radar? No one's even talked about that. You start using it to get people for speeding. I mean, what a where is it at? Here it is. What a cash cow that is.
I have a complete guide to police drones.
You do?
I do.
You just happen to have one just sitting
This
there.
is Axon.com.
Oh, okay.
I think they make drones.
Uh-huh.
And let's see here.
By the way, this is our Republican Dave Yost one. Do this.
What do you think? How do you think police? We talked about this a little bit. How do you think police use drones?
How do they currently use them?
How do you think they will, and how do you think they currently do?
Currently, they don't use much of them at all. There are some municipalities. Try to say that after a few bourbons. They that use them now. So how they're using them, I don't know. I think it's for like they would use helicopters right now. What they're using them for is how they would use a helicopter. So if there's an accident, a big accident, there's a shooting, there's a suspect that is on the run, instead of having a helicopter, you launch a drone or a couple drones.
All right. I'll add to that. Here's one way they're doing it as first responders. If there's an accident, they're sending a drone to the accident to let the team know what they need to send.
Yeah. How bad it was.
Yeah.
How many ambulances you need.
I started thinking about this a little bit, and I'm drunk right now, so I don't know how well I'm thinking about it. But if you're sending a drone there first, like, shouldn't the team be on the way already? Like, how are you really responding with a drone? So I'm reading this article just skimming it. Yeah. And it's basically sending a drone to, let's say, an accident.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell them how many EMTs they need and how many police officers they need to take care of the situation. But shouldn't they be on their way already?
Yes. Good point. Are they going to sit there and wait for the drone to show up? Right now? No, I don't think they are. I think 10 years from now, absolutely. But they'll be quicker than there'll be drone. There'll already be drones in the air.
Or you just think there'll be some
slide over and
wafting around, waiting for something to happen?
There'll be just drone. I mean,
I don't think so. I think that's far-fetched.
You don't think there'd be just patrol drones?
Change the battery technology.
Oh yeah, but they can. If you buy a bunch of them, you could just, one does it for 30 minutes, an hour, and then that lands. And another, if you buy enough of them. I think there's ways but I think that's how they're going to, I think eventually, yes, 10 years from now, I don't know, but the way things are moving, I don't see that's unreasonable to say that you would regularly see law enforcement drones in the air in 10 years. Probably sooner than that, but.
Okay. So here's another way.
I don't think they're bad. They're not bad.
No, I think it's a waste of money. I think here's another way. There was a standoff in the hotel, right? So they send a bunch of teams. Here's a story.
Is this actually something that happened?
Yes,
yes. Making it up. Okay.
No. I'm trying to get through this. I deleted my website. The tab that I had. Trying to find it again.
Hazards of podcasting while drinking, yes.
So suspect entered a hotel waving a firearm and threatened staff and guests. The Alameda Sheriff Department responded to the scene and for a time maintained a visual on the suspect. Then suddenly he disappeared. Fearing he was escalating the situation, officers deployed a drone to attempt to locate him. The drone entered the hotel and began the search.
Went inside the hotel?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is what I wasn't expecting. And the suspect was found sleeping on a sofa in the lobby and was apprehended. So pretty cool, but I did not expect it entering a hotel. And there's a bunch of situations like that drones have done, which I did not expect.
So you saying it's a waste of money?
Yeah, kind of.
No.
I should say a waste of money. I think it's going to be overspending.
I mean, I understand. I could see, yes, maybe. I also could see if you can better deploy your resources you could deploy your resources more efficiently, you could save money. You know what I mean? Like, so if instead of sending everything to the accident, you only send half your people because it's only a fender.
I like, how much do you got to spend to be able to accomplish that rather than just sending the team out there? And what I'm saying is, okay, I personally don't understand how you can get a drone there quicker than actually activating the respondents to start leaving. Yeah.
Maybe you can't. I just think it's another tool.
I just think it's far-fetched there.
I don't know. I think it could be used as another tool.
Okay, so
I really think it could.
So here in February 2023, approximately 700,000 people were expected to attend the Phoenix Open, which is a big golf event.
Right.
And how do you keep 700,000 people safe and secure while ensuring the safety of a little excellence there? The security of the personnel. The Axon monitoring the enormous crowd. So they use drones to monitor the.
Yeah.
How does that help, though?
It just gives. So here's another case.
We're at a golf event. Are you expecting a?
It's cheaper than a helicopter.
I don't know.
It's cheaper than a helicopter.
Okay.
Like a lot cheaper than a helicopter.
Okay,
so
but
anything you would use a helicopter for in the past for policing or traffic, they're using drones now for traffic. For the traffic helicopters are basically gone. They're using drones. They use drones. I mean, we talked about the North Royalton house that had the lights. The video from that was from a drone.
Okay.
So I think it's a tool that can be used. For example, you can monitor. So in this article that I have here, talking about Yoast and wanting to help, it says the Cleveland Division of Police has had drones since 2022. So it's been 4 years. But they were grounded for several months starting in November 2024 after police violated city policy by using a drone to monitor protesters outside Cuyahoga County Executive Chris Ornane's house. How did that violate? What's the policy? But so then Cleveland police resumed using drones in late August to monitor the crowd at a Machine Gun Kelly concert.
All right. Pause.
Yeah.
Right there, because I got to take a whiz.
All right. Back at it. So, I mean, drones.
I think they're going to waste a lot of money on it.
I mean, I can't argue with that. That's just dumb to argue with that. Of course they're going to waste money. They waste money in everything. But there's a balance between being useful and being a intrusion on your rights.
Oh yeah, what's going to happen with Mrs. Smith getting seen by a drone outside her window?
Yes,
on Thursday when she's effing Mr. Robinson. It's just going to be a weird thing here.
And what about? Well, I want to see what you're monitoring. That should be public record, or at least be able to request it.
Sure.
But there's also privacy concerns to that. Like you could get into issues with people using the police drones to. I mean, thinking ahead when there's a lot of them and they're just kind of on patrol, because that's what I think is going to happen. They're just going to end up. It's not going to be like the movies where they're everywhere, but I think it would not be unusual to see a drone just flying around 50, 100 feet in the air.
Okay.
I'm just wondering how much it costs
Too much
to run a police helicopter.
Oh, that's
So-
not cheap.
Well, that's what I mean. That you say waste of money. I can. Yeah,
Listen,
they definitely will
those-
waste money.
For those type of things, if you want to pursue a criminal going down the road, a car chase like helicopters do
Yeah.
sometimes,
So-
a drone makes total sense.
A really good drone. Let's say it's. Well, I mean, what could you say the top end for a really good drone is?
Oh, I don't know. I have no.
Come on, get
Clue.
wild, get crazy. How much?
I'm gonna say $100,000.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say 100 grand, but okay, fine.
I know for the top
No,
ones,
Nope. Keep. That's fine. That's
50
fine.
grand.
I can work with 100 grand. We'll go 100 grand.
I'm talking military grade.
100 grand. Oh, military grade is millions, but military grade are they're like miniature planes. They're not really drone. I'm talking the best commercial drone that you can buy. 100 grand. Let's go 100 grand.
No.
Because
Okay.
you're gonna have cameras and shit. You're gonna have really nice cameras on it, right? Just go to 100 grand.
When I say waste money, they're going to be buying things they don't need,
Okay.
which means they're going to be overpaying for
Cool.
way too the drone I want.
Yes, 100 grand. Let's go.
They don't
I'm
need,
going with
though.
100 grand. A police helicopter is
Okay, I'm
approximately
retarded.
no. Trust me, it's good. You'll see. Just let me tell you this part.
All right, formulate
A
this.
police helicopter, according to LAPD, averages about $3,000 per hour.
Oh, okay, but not the cost of the helicopter.
No, that's not even buying the helicopter.
Yeah, right.
That's just running it. So the annual operating costs easily reach tens of millions of dollars for large departments
Right.
like the LAPD, around $47 million. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to buy a couple $100,000 worth of drones and then that's it. You're still going to have people to run them, and there's somebody behind that.
Yeah, and that's the
But
other thing. Are you going
You're
to have
going to spend $10 million a year instead of 50.
the little pervy Jerry sitting in his parents' basement running this?
Yeah,
What-
the LAPD is going to hire him.
But I mean, who's going to be running these? Are they going to be running them out of office, out of home, from
Generally, from what I've seen in documentaries and stuff, it is like a command center where there's people have multiple drones because a lot of them are on autopilot where they just kind of go from one to the other to see what's going. So it's you can have 10 drones with 4 people running them or something. I don't know what the numbers are, but something to that effect. So it's not a 1-to-1 thing. That's my point. But here's what. Yes, they will definitely waste money on drones for sure. But they already waste money on helicopters, so there's going to hopefully waste less money. Wait, that doesn't.
At least I see.
I'm selling it well.
No, you're right. But at least I see an expense with helicopters. I see the mechanical part of it. I see the storage part of it. I see with drones, I'm just oh God, wait, is there just going to be some weirdo sitting in his basement doing this?
Yes, it's just he's going to cost less than the weirdos now that run the helicopter unit.
I don't know. At least he's.
I'm not saying it's the end all be all. I'm just saying it could. It has a possibility of saving money.
Possibility. Okay.
That's all I'm getting at. That's all I'm going for. That's the best I can do right now. But I think really the point to all this is,
I think it'll be more expensive than helicopters.
I think we need to put limitations on this crap because they will be peeking into your living room with the zoom lens, with that
Hell yeah, they will be.
20-40-70. If we don't put limitations on them. So I think that's something we're going to be looking out for this year. Because here I'm looking at Yoast going, hey, we need more drones. Yeah. And then are you going to be complaining about the legislation that's currently in the Ohio State legislature about limiting the drones? Are you complaining about that too? Because I'm on the side of saying, yeah, I could see them using drones more, but we also need to have some serious regulations on them for the police. Because humans suck and they're going to take advantage of it. Okay. Next, I think a couple more things we'll get to. data centers are going to be a huge topic. I think it's going to be a huge topic in the election, actually. I think Amy's
for governor.
Yeah, I think Amy's going to push
Okay.
on that, and I think she has every right to. I think she should push on it. I think that's one of the points from Casey that I took from was, oh, you know what? Good point on the data centers. I mean, you delivered it horribly, but good point on it. Like, he's a tech bro. Does that mean even more tax breaks for data centers and Google and more of buying up land just for the water? So I think the data centers are definitely, and AI, which is all tied together. Data centers and AI, because was it Kardashian chick? She argues with it all the time. That was one of the stories. Remember one of the stories I talked about? She blames it for her not getting her law degree. Sure, I'm sure it was totally AI. I think we're going to see more and more pushback on data centers. What do you think?
I agree. I think communities. Can I say that?
I hope so.
Communities
I hope you can
are
say
gonna.
it, and the communities, yeah.
I think townships and I think regions are really gonna push back against it.
Yeah,
and
I think, like you said, the rural
do.
communities are very, very proud about their land and their community and the culture and stuff.
They are, but they're notorious about not getting involved. It's that, I don't know. Would you call it a quip? But when Republicans are notorious for this, it's like they just don't want to be involved. Like, stay out of my business. I'll stay out of your business.
Yes, and I got crap to do. Why do I have to deal with this?
Yes,
part of it.
Yeah,
it is very much a conservative thing. Yeah,
part of the problem with the conservative side, and I do think they're pushing back against AI and not AI. Why am I saying AI?
Data centers,
which is great. I just hope that you can rally the people behind the movement.
It's gonna be tough because there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money.
And stop it, because my wife's plan, my plan is to get 10 or more acres this coming up year, and I don't want to have a data center next to me in 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be difficult, and you got to watch out. Something else you got to watch out for. Yeah, I think we're going to hear much more about it, and I'm kind of curious and seeing what kind of the plan is. I'm really kind of curious to see how Vivek handles it and what his position is on these things, because
I don't trust him.
On this, I don't.
Yeah.
On this, I don't. On this, I don't. Casey had a really good point on it.
I don't trust him for a lot of things. As far as Vivek goes, we're going to have to keep a close eye on him.
Sure. We have a close eye on everybody, though.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, but I just don't want to take him for his word at all. Not one bit.
Unfortunately, if the choice is between him and Amy Acton, I don't know if there is a choice.
There's no choice. No, you have to go with Vivek, but it's still an issue. You have to stand up and stand your ground and push back against even the stuff he does that he wants to do. There are things that I'm just kind of like,
well, yeah, because these data centers have gotten away and gotten to this point with a Republican-run state.
Yeah, sort of.
So it's, what do you mean, sort of?
I just think a lot of our
reps
they're Republican by name,
right? And that's you could say that, you could argue that, and people have, about Vivek. To my point is, it's run by the Republican Party as it is, so it's not like we can just say, oh, well, he's just like anything else. It's not just because you vote for a Republican, put them in office doesn't mean you can just go lay back and go, oh, it's good. No, Republicans suck. At times worse than the Democrats, let's put it that way. At least the Democrats stab you in the face.
Yeah.
Speaking of stabbing you in the back,
what?
The last thing on our list.
No.
Oh, you sad? It's the last thing. It doesn't have to be. It's just the last one.
I'm feeling really good right now.
Oh crap! Time to get off time to stop recording. Property. We can talk about this, but
wait,
before we get to this, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. So, data centers, energy costs are rising, so that's we got to watch that. But remember, we talked about water. We got to watch about water. It's not just electricity and the lack of. It's hey, don't suck all our water away. That's part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about the Cleveland Lakefront. This is kind of my list I have on the side. But last one I have on my list is because as we talked about this, there's a bill in the state. Will we get fluoride-free water this year?
Ooh.
Well, there's no way there's no way we'll actually get fluoride-free water.
Why?
Does it take longer than a year to do anything like that?
Okay.
But will we get a bill?
Boy, we talked about this, did we?
Yeah, there was one story that there was a bill proposed. It's still in committee and stuff, so it's getting some pushback. I'm not even sure if it'll get to a vote. But
I gotta say, I hope so, but I doubt it.
I hope so. I highly doubt it. This year, no.
It would this year there's no way. I think it would have to come from JFK. RFK. It has.
Yeah, I think you're right. It would have to come nationally to give them cover.
Yeah,
because there is a bill,
right,
in the state. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a little while. It is. I was trying to see the bill number, but it's somewhere in here. But yeah, there's definitely a bill, and there's some pushback on it. It's like I said, still in committee. Is it going to get any traction? I'm not sure, but that was just kind of one of the things that popped out when I was going through a list of stories.
Good one.
Will we get fluoride-free water?
I don't think we will. I don't think we'll have it this year. I think it has to happen. I think RFK really wants to do that.
Yeah.
And I think it'll have to come from there.
Yeah.
I hope so.
So we did touch on it a little bit, but one of the national stories that I just wanted to make sure we didn't lose the opportunity to talk about this, WNBA.
First of all, I'd embrace it if I'm the WNBA, right? I would shoot those things out of a T-shirt candidate during Pride Month or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if things get wild and people start tuning in, that's great. It's good money, you don't want people to get hurt. And I guess that's disrespectful, but it's like, turn the negative around.
Yeah, let's put a positive spin on it. I mean, that lady was excited. And I don't know if that's AI. It could be AI. It's allegedly a picture of a woman. But that's an attractive lady who is very fired up. And then maybe you make it like there's 1 minute during the game. It's almost like where they throw the fish on the ice.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this. There's like, if somebody hits 3 3-pointers in a row, they hit a hat trick.
Yeah.
They throw a catfish on the ice.
Or they throwing sex toys out there, bro.
Yeah, make it like a pom pom. You know how like in Mississippi they have the bells. Mm-hmm. Isn't it like Mississippi State has the bells, the cowbells?
Yeah,
and then you have pom poms and you have different. You could have little vibrators. So yeah, just a bunch of vibrations.
Welcome to the Hive. We call your place the Hive or whatever.
Oh yeah,
we're buzzing tonight. And then you also have like if somebody hits 3 3-pointers in a row, everybody throw a dildo out there, bounce a plastic cack off the floor or whatever.
And then you see people taking them home with them after the game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look.
I bought a $20 ticket. I took home a $40 dildo. I made money here.
Yeah, that's why Claw's not flushing them
down. Some kid has a collection in his room from I don't know. I mean, look, I think you have to embrace it. You don't get free advertising like this a lot.
Who did that? That's why I debate that Claw was actually flushing that was down a toilet because it's like $40-$50. You just I think you're right. It was the other thing. But yeah, I pulled that clip because it was so.
Theo is awesome. I love Theo.
Theo's pretty good. Yeah, Theo's pretty good. So yeah, and then I think the biggest story other than the election probably would be the property tax amendment. here.
That's the big one in Ohio.
I think it's going to. I don't know. You think it's going to get a signature? You think it's actually going to get on the ballot?
God, I hope.
I hope so.
Yeah, I have to get moving. I have to go sign it because we've talked about it, and I'm promoting it. I even tell people around me at work and stuff. I have to go. I have to go do it.
Yeah, I know there's a couple people in an area that I looked on the website. I just have to call them and make an appointment. Just go over to our house and sign it real quick. Yeah, got to do that more. Got to practice what we preach. I'm not sure it's going to make it on the ballot.
I think it will.
Here's why I'm not sure.
If it does, I'm so drunk. If it does, then I fear what would happen.
What's going to happen?
I fear what Congress would do.
Oh, Congress?
Local Congress. They're going to fight even if it wins.
Oh,
like it's going to be mayhem.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure it's ever going to happen, and here's why. I'm kind of worried about it. Here's why. I really, really want it to. Really, really want it to. So I'm pretty much convinced it's not going to happen because it's exactly what we need. Instead of the Band-Aid of more legislation and more credits and more percentages and more, this person gets this credit and this person pays this much and your neighbor pays this much and the person across the street pays a different amount and the person next to the person across the street pays a different amount and the person next to him pays. That's why I think it's not going to go through, because it's really what we need to help make the state just a little more healthy financially. And I just don't think it's in the cards. I don't know. It's like I really want the Browns to win the Super Bowl, but they're never going to. Maybe they will, but I just don't know.
No.
Not in my lifetime. Not in my lifetime. I don't know. I could be wrong. I think maybe we have a better chance of fluoride out of the water than we have of no property tax. No property tax.
Definitely. If it did make it like legitimately onto the ballot, I think it would win, no problem. But I think there would be so much turmoil and legal battles.
It'd be a lot of pearl clutching.
Oh, well, before.
Yeah, before. During the run up.
Afterwards, it would just be, I don't think it's pearl clutching. It would just be trying to save face.
Kick it down the road.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a couple of big issues this year coming up in 26.
You know what's kind of cool is I see DeSantis in Florida doing a lot of things with property taxes, saying a lot of good things.
They have property taxes?
They have property taxes, of course. They don't have income tax.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
State income tax.
Right.
And he's talking, he's making statements like, I think one of his bigger statements lately has been like, if I go buy a TV, I pay tax on it, but after I buy it, I never pay tax on it again. Why should I do that with my house?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's true, right?
Yes.
There's nothing there that doesn't make sense. So it's good to see that they're doing it. Maybe we'll catch a little bit of that breeze.
When I buy a stock and it increases in value, but I don't sell the stock, do I pay taxes on it? No. It's when I buy. I mean, what other investments are that it's so stupid and it's so ingrained in our culture in our.
Well, it's become part of the thing, right?
What's that?
Our life. It's become part of our life.
Yeah, but it's a national thing. There's like I assume. I remember one show where I'm like, well, Ohio must be one of the few states that has property tax. You're like, no, every state does. I'm like, what?
No, I kind of caught you on that. Little, but the thing is, it's like every state has it. There are states that have very little property tax, but
it doesn't do what Ohio. It doesn't. It's not responsible for.
Well, listen, if I buy a house for $100,000, why am I paying taxes on it 20 years later? And they're telling me it's worth $300,000. You know,
every year I don't.
You know, think about that. Yeah. I mean, like, okay, you own a house for let's go 10 years. You're paying $6,000 a year. That's $60,000. What? For what?
Well, I mean, for what?
Okay, if that was taken on me, income taxes for the service I get, it would be much less.
Yeah,
$60,000.
Yeah, for what isn't the issue? It's why is that the revenue stream that it has to be? Why can't you send me a bill?
Okay, yeah,
you know,
all right.
It's like taxes getting taken out of your paycheck. Nobody notices it. If they were sent a bill every month or every year,
the only time you notice it is your first check.
Your very first check.
You might be 15, you might be 16. You sat there and you said, I'm going to work 40 hours this week. You're making, you know, and in my day, it was
making $10 an hour. It'd be
$365. I was making $365 an hour, and I figured out exactly how much I was going to make for how many hours I worked. And I got my check and I was like, what the hell is this?
$146, and you probably got 110.
Not even. Yeah. Not even. Yeah. No, it was.
If you sent me a bill.
I'm still upset about that.
40 years later. That's
why I'm drinking.
40 years later. 30 some years later. Sorry, I dated you. If you sent me a bill, people would revolt. If they sent you a tax bill instead of taking out of your check, people would revolt. Similar to healthcare, insurance. You know, it's taken out of your check. Eventually, you don't even know what it is. But if you knew you were paying $600 a month for your healthcare, you'd probably revolt.
Yeah. So everybody that buys their house, and I'm guilty of this, you sit there and go, "Oh, I took a loan for $200,000. My payment is let's say $1,200." And then all of a sudden you're like sitting there going, why am I paying $1,800?
Exactly.
A month.
Oh yeah, because I have to rent it. I have to pay the bank and then rent it from the county.
Yeah, you never own your house.
Never.
And you know what? As people that, you know, as a person that's looked for rural land, you do see auctions coming up that are bankruptcies. Yep. And some of them are because they didn't pay their tax. And you're like sitting here going, oh, crap.
Yeah. Because they got old and
they might not be able to. Yep. They just, whatever. They paid their house off. They paid their land off 40 years ago. They've been paying, you know, $2,000 a year. And all of a sudden, Grandma Wilkes passes away. She can't afford to pay
not Grandma Wilkes.
Well, she can't afford to pay the taxes on this land, and it's going up. Now it's going up for auction because she didn't pay for a couple of years. You're like sitting there going, you're looking at these auctions, and I sit there. I try to figure out. We do try to figure out what's going on, why they're selling, why it's going up for auction. And most of the time it's because they didn't pay their taxes or they didn't pay their mortgage. And when they don't pay their taxes, I'm like, man, this is bullshit. You know, the guy owes $7,000.
The more you know.
The guy owes $7,000 in taxes, and his house is gone under his feet.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done. That's why I was.
Yeah. No, it's something I think about, and it's bullshit.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. Because, you have parents right now that are doing it.
Well, yeah. And, luckily
they paid their house off.
Oh, they paid their house off
a couple decades ago.
They bought their house in 75. The house was paid off by 85. So they've been living in a house
they're renting it.
Yeah. And they've been renting it. And the thing is, let's say my parents didn't have a pension, didn't have, they were, a good social security plan.
Careful.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm drunk and I'm trying to say
Social Security, yes.
So,
SSI. Say SSI.
Good point.
Yeah, they kind of be up the creek without a paddle. Oh,
yeah,
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
So
why rather be up the creek without a paddle than down the creek without a paddle?
I don't think these people should be paying taxes on their property. I just think it's total BS.
There's a better way to do it. There's a better way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. These people don't have kids in schools. They shouldn't be paying property taxes to pay for schools.
If that's which is what it mostly pays for.
Yes.
And again, it's in the Constitution. It's the state responsibility to do it. And then we'll go back to, we learned a lot about how schools are funded this year by doing this show.
Yeah.
And one of the things I noticed, the movement across the country that I noticed is fund the student, not the school, not the system. Make them compete against each other. Is it the best plan? Probably not. Is it way better than, I don't know, the city of Cleveland spending $60 to $70 million a year renovating and building new schools over a time period when their enrollment got cut in half. And then they're crying because they got to close schools down. Cut in half. So there's a better way. And if you fund the student, those problems go away pretty quick, because if they've got to fend for those public schools have to fend for themselves and compete with the private schools, they're either going to shape up or ship out. It's just, wow. Did I just used the shape up, ship out. Oh, wow. That's pretty crazy.
Have another drink.
I did pour another one. Shape up or ship out. Where did that come from? I wonder. Anyway. So that's that, I think. I think that's that. Are you sad? It's the last show of the year. Hope everybody had a good Christmas.
Pardon me?
Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Hope everybody had a good New Year. I know I will.
Depends how we split this up. This is one show we're splitting into two.
And well, this will be the last. Yes, I should be good.
I think we're all right.
I think we're fine. You got anything else you want to bring up, Tom? It's a scary question to ask you, but I'm asking. I think we got it. We hit a bunch of stuff, man. We really. I thank you for putting up with me. I thank our listeners for tuning in, as they say. Because what else do you say?
You know what I'm really happy about is that we have a handful of listeners that partake in what we're doing. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I love them, and keep doing it. I'm getting all sentimental.
You're getting sentimental with your beer run. That's fine.
I'm going to give you a big drunk hug.
Oh boy, lucky it's virtual and not in physical in IRL, because
I guess next year you and I have to talk about. Are we going to keep this? Do we start advertising on the show, or are we going to make this a kind of what's
value for value?
Yeah, value for value.
That is a good question. That's going to be a question we have to talk about.
That's a tough one. Yeah,
it is.
That's a tough one.
I've got my thoughts, and
okay,
we'll talk about it.
But, looking forward to that.
It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a busy year.
It's going to be very busy year.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm so buzzed right now.
I'm looking forward to it. We've gotten ourselves into a rhythm. I'm getting used to this. Every waking moment that I have, spare moment, I look at the news in Ohio. That's my rhythm. But it's very rewarding, and I'm thankful for everybody listens, and I just appreciate everything, and I'm getting sentimental now too. But I can actually say it. And on that note, I think we wrap it up, Tom. I think this is show 41 and 42, and this is the end of the show for this year, the next year. And
this is the end. We'll never see you again.
No, this is not the end. This is just the.
By the way, I'm going to interrupt you.
Oh, go ahead.
Because I'm drunk. But I'm going to interrupt you. We're going to have to do a meetup this year.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think we have a couple of listeners, more than a couple. I think we have more than a couple of listeners that would meet up for a drink or two at we'll find a central location where we can have a couple of beers and talk shit.
I like it. Wow, we just put that out there. Okay, I like it.
And you know what's going to end up happening? It's just going to be me and you, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, and that'll be cool.
That's all right.
And we'll work with it, and we'll have a great time by ourselves, but that's fine. If we do it right, we could do a little no agenda meetup, maybe. Could combine it.
Yeah, we can do a no agenda meetup. We can do a
get like 4 people.
Crooked River meetup, and then we can figure out how we're going to start. You know what? I really do want to grow this podcast.
Yes.
I enjoy it, but we do need to figure out a way to fund it to grow it.
Yeah. Exit strategy.
Well, I don't even. Yes. I do want that, but I don't even care about that. I just want to make it worthwhile, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a side gig. It's a lot of work. And anyone who's tried it knows, and anyone who hasn't, give it a try, because you'll quickly understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Try to start a website.
I think yeah, no kidding.
Thank you to our webmaster.
Yes.
She is a master of the web. One of these days she'll get on the show.
You know what? I was almost thinking of having her on today, but she's working on our website right now. So
yeah, okay. She's been taking so long, whatever she's doing.
I was thinking I was going to go get some ice cubes and have her pop in, but no, she's working on our website.
Oh, okay. She's making it better. That's what she does.
Yeah.
And we do appreciate her, because having that central location for everything is really cool. You could send people to, I've done it. Check out the website. You know, you want to learn about this?
It's actually way better than it should be.
Yes, it actually is. It's way better that's a very good point. It's way better than it should be. It's far more than we deserve.
Yes.
Well, Tom, thank you for this year and this journey that we're on, and I appreciate it. And let's grow it, and let's get bigger, and let's make a difference. Let's make a difference this year. That's it. That's all I got.
I was waiting for more.
That's all I got. That is show 41 and 42. Happy New Year. Let's go get them. Let's get them next year, and let's make a difference in Ohio. Talk to you later.
Peace.